What's up guys, welcome back to the next video in learning PHP. My name is QTS Danny and you guys are watching my channel Wood. Alright, so in this video we're gonna go through the include once and require once, and the next video we're gonna go through the set and unset, and then we're gonna go to the bits and pieces of the new PHP, which is PHP 8 at the moment. So we're gonna go to first to the include once and require once. All right, so you guys go ahead and create your HTML. So our HTML is created. I'm here at the first PHP which I created in this series. I've created another folder which is called asset. It's empty if you guys look at here, and I don't have anything inside my index, and I save it. If you guys look at here, I have nothing, so I'm going to show you guys what is include and what is required. Okay, so first of all, we're going to say include and required. We're going to say h3 include. Instead of me going like other videos, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create something called header. So I'm going to do my header. Say I don't want a fancy header, I just want to say div class. I just want any header. So div class, I'm gonna put it header, and inside I'm gonna put an order list, and inside I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna say home, then I'm gonna say main, then I'm gonna say, for example, main, then I'm gonna say about us, and on the top you guys can put, say, header, company name. Say you guys can put h1 or h2. Say your company name is say Wood, for example. Okay, so now I have a header here and I want to include this one inside the HTML. So as you guys look at here, I'm going to create another div here, and I'm going to put a class body, and inside my body, say I'm going to put another div. I'm going to put a class. I'm going to put a button. I don't have a CSS, so you guys, if you guys want, something nice, welcome to my website body, for example. Okay, so now I have a div class body, and inside here I'm gonna put some sort of PHP. Say I'm gonna put a h, say 5, and I'm gonna say today is, and I want to display today in the body of my PHP. Now with the help of PHP, I'm gonna say echo, and I'm gonna put the say date function, inbuilt function, which is called date, and inside the date you guys can display month, day and year. If you guys put a month, then you guys can put a J. That's a day, and that's Y for year. So you guys can display this one. We're gonna see this one, month, day and year, because we're gonna equal that one, and we're gonna say how our website is gonna look. And you guys are gonna look this. That's the first part of our website, and that's the second part. And today is December 25, 2021, which is Christmas Day. I'm recording this one, so Merry Christmas everyone and Happy New Year. Alright, so we're gonna put this one, and we're gonna say now we have put our PHP in this way. So how we gonna say how we gonna use include? Say for example, if you guys want include, you guys can go here, first one, and if you guys go new file, and if you guys can put a header .php, you guys put a header .php. Alright, so you guys can include your file this way, and if you guys come here, So what's we're gonna do, because this now you guys can see your header and the body. This is the body and that's a header. But if you guys remove it, say we're gonna copy and we're gonna put inside our header, this one, header.php. so if you guys look at here, now we have removed this and we're gonna save it, and we're gonna see we don't have a header. So if you guys put it include, you guys can actually include your header here. So if you guys come here and if you guys put your PHP, and inside the PHP you guys can include, so you're including header.php, your header is now included. So include header.php. Okay, so now if you guys look at here, with the help of header, with the help of include, PHP is copy pasting, PHP is going inside this function, inside this block here, inside this file, copying everything and pasting here. So it's the same as you guys put it as before, the step one. You guys can put it your header here. So that's the way include. But say for example, if you guys then I'm gonna move this in, say you guys can say how you guys, if you guys move your include, say header, if you guys move it to the asset, for example. So I'm gonna put an asset, I'm gonna move it to asset, to my folder which is here. So now my file moved here to the, I still have the header, but if you guys come here and if you guys looking here, that it can't find my file still running, but it can't find the rest of the my files showing, because the PHP is coming. This one says I can't find your whatever file you put in. Why PHP can't find, why it's even showing something? Because here, as I said to you guys before, it's creating warning and it's creating include, but my file still runs, because now my file, because I put this file in asset, now the PHP can't find, but it's still running the file. So if I put an asset, then if I put a header, that's my directory. This forward slash is a directory, because you guys putting inside the directory. Now I put the path, absolute path, and if I do that, it shows up, because the PHP now can't find this asset header.php. This guy here. Even if you guys can put your body, you guys can say put this body, and if I copy this and remove it and I save and I do this, I can't see the body, because the body is gone. If I go in asset and if I can create another one, and if I put a say a save, if I put a content, for example, you guys can put your content.php, and if I put the content, I can put the body inside, and if I come here, I put another include, copy that one, and I'm coming down and putting my body, my content. If I put my content here, .php, now PHP is going to show everything. So now PHP is showing all my website, all the content of my website. Alright, so then if you have a include, why we have a say include once, for example, include once, why even if you have include once, then you're gonna ask me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys the difference. Include say for example, if you guys put say asset wrong, and I'm gonna put a comment here. Include, if you guys put your asset wrong, if you come here, you guys generate error, but your file still comes in. If you look at this, so your file still runs in, and I'm going to show you guys, instead of include once, require. What's a require? So if you guys come here and say require, and inside the require, if you put your require and if you put asset, and asset header dot php. Now you're not including, now you are requiring this file. It says I want this, you have to give me, otherwise I'm not gonna show anything. Now you come here, and if you look in here, we have done include. Now we are using require, but with require, if you guys look in here, it still runs with the require. Even if you do this require here, it still runs. But imagine if, say, we've seen that we have moved some spelling here, and how about if we come here and remove, say for example, our file mistakenly, or for some other reason we are not paying attention, we put something wrong here. For example, if you guys, instead of asset, you guys put something else. Okay, so if you guys, your hand touches and you guys remove something, and then because you guys putting, your entire page is not gonna show up. So but is it still gonna run? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, but if you refresh, you guys gonna see nothing runs, because require is a strict mode. Even this one's include, even this one's not showing, because the PHP is gonna come here and say I want this, you have to give me this file, otherwise I'm not gonna go ahead. Because if you guys look at here, it's gonna generate the fatal error. If you guys look at here, the first of all, it's gonna give you warning, because the warning can't find the file. That's the severity, and that's a type of error, and that's a path, as I explained to you guys in the previous video about the error messages. And if you guys look in here, it's a fatal error, and this guy here is warning. So if you guys come here, if you guys look at here, it's required. Okay, so we have covered the include and require. You guys seen here, even though we put or include here, it's not going ahead, it's not showing anything. Even if you guys can put something, say p, this is blah blah text, this is more text. For example, if you guys look in here, the body of the website, which is HTML, and we are not seeing any HTML here, anything, it's not even going ahead. But if you guys look in here, if I turn off this one, if I go include, and my include, I don't have, say, asset wrong. If I try my file, it still runs. The top one's not run, but the bottom one's going to run the body, and this, my text, blah 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 text, going to run. Okay, I know this is nice, very nice design, but this video is about the PHP. I want you guys to understand the include and require, because this video is about include and require. So it's not about the PHP, it's not about the HTML or Bootstrap. If you guys want to prettify this one, or if you guys want to use Bootstrap, I have made another folder called Bootstrap, Learn Bootstrap 5. You guys can watch that and learn HTML. But this video of our scope is PHP, not HTML. Alright, so the include one still runs, but the require one won't run, won't even go. The require one won't say I want this, at least you have to give me, otherwise there's no other way. Okay, why we have include once? Say for example, you guys have include, and if you guys have include once, if you guys forget, for example, for some reason, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna say asset, and I'm gonna do header dot php. Okay, so because now I have include once, and I come here, and if I see I'm including once, and if you guys look at here, okay, so if I say for example, if you guys can put your include and include once, what's going to happen? If you guys put, say for example, two include and once include. Alright, so we're gonna come here, and if you guys look in here, we're getting error, because there's twice this file is coming here. Twice they try to put this include. Even if I put include once, if I try this include set header.php header, and I'm gonna put it the right way here, and I'm gonna put the right folder here. Okay, so my everything is set now, and I have two include is there. If you guys look in here, I have two include header, and if I run, if you guys look in here, I'm getting 2 files now. PHP is gonna come, say for example, is if I put say 4 times include, it's gonna give me 4 times. Alright, so if you guys look in here, 1 2 3 4 times including this header for me. Alright, so for example, why then comes in include once in the action. So if we are gonna remove everything and we're gonna copy, so if you guys seen this one with include, PHP doesn't care. Every time you guys put it, and the PHP is gonna show you again and again the same message. Don't care. So in high intensity programming inside the PHP, you guys gonna come in times when you guys gonna have, say if you guys gonna include one file few times, you guys gonna be in trouble, because you guys, the PHP is gonna display again and again and again. Say you guys work in newspaper or column or blogging place, and your boss tells you guys to include this file with the PHP, and if you guys forget this, you're including again and again and again in different parts of your websites, the PHP is going to render this every time you guys put include. To solve this problem, you guys can come in and put include once. So now I have a 4 include once, and we're going to see what's going to happen with our browser. And if you guys look at here, I have put a 4 include once, but only the 1 times is including. If you guys look at here, only the 1 time, it's not a 4 times. So if you guys look in here, the 4th one, I'm putting this one wrong to see if the PHP is rendering this one or not. Yes, still rendering, but it's not showing the video, the file. So if you guys look at here, if I put it all right, and if I put it include once, it's only showing me 1 file. That's what you guys always do, the include once, because the include once is including once, not 4 times. So what about the required ones? If you guys remove this, if we have seen the required, that our programs not run. So if you guys put it required, and if I put a copy this one, say if I copy, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back, include include once, and I'm gonna do with my copy. So this one's gonna be required. This is gonna be required. Okay, so required asset content, and if I come here and it check my required, and my requirement is showing, the body of my function is still showing. Okay, so what about if I do it few times, say required, and if I come here and copy that few times, say I want to do it 5 times for example. If I come here, and if I come here, I am seeing 4 or 5 bodies. Okay, to even solve this problem, we're gonna come in and we're gonna do the required ones. With the required ones, and I'm gonna get rid of this one, and I'm gonna copy this. Okay, so I'm having now 4 required ones, and I'm gonna come here, and if you guys look at here, I'm only seeing once, I'm not seeing 4. That's the difference between the include once and required ones. And remember, if you guys do the required ones, even something wrong here, it's gonna shut down the entire website, because the required one telling you guys you have to bring this one, you have to give me. There is no other way, because the top one showing and this one's not even showing. It's gonna render, it's not gonna render anything underneath this one. It's not gonna stop your website, it's gonna damage your website, and it looks very ugly, and no one's gonna look at your say website. So for example, you guys can do require, always tells the PHP it's very strict mode. This very strict mode. This is lenient. This one says okay, if you have it, give me, otherwise I'm okay with the file. I'm going to generate error that you can't find, but I'm still going to go ahead. But this one, it would not going to go ahead. Anything underneath this is not going to render, but this one is going to render. See, if you guys do this file is not going to show you, but the rest is going to render. Everything underneath is going to render, but the required, it makes everything underneath useless. Say if you've got a photos footer, you've got a nice heading, anything you've got underneath here is going to make it useless. The user can't see. The user is going to only see this message. But include, if you guys say your file is not included for some reason, you forgot the name, you spell typo or something mistake, the include is going to render everything underneath it. So it's not going to say I can't render this one. It's going to underneath render, because it's not a strict mode. So that's a difference between the include and require. So include, going to include your file with the folder. Make sure you guys put the right path. This is the right path here. It's gonna, but even if you include your file, there is some reason, there is some instances that you guys forget about the file name or type or something, it's going to render everything underneath it with a small slight warning. But required, it's going to shut down anything, so you guys can't see anything here underneath it. If you have a photos, or if you have a column, or if you have a news or video, whatever you guys see here is not going to show. But with the include, it's going to come in when the PHP encounters error, you can't find it, it's going to generate warning, but it's going to show the rest of the file. So it's going to say, all right, if you can't give me this file, I'm going to go ahead, that's fine, I'm going to go ahead. But PHP is still going to ask you guys about the include file, but with the require, it's not going to ask you. And include once, if you guys forget, say to put your file somewhere else, or with the PHP programming is networking, and with the networking you guys going to generate a lot of files with a lot of classes and functions, and it's going to be modules and blah blah blah, and it's going to be, the file is going to be everywhere. But if you guys include one file so many times, PHP is going to render every time is encounter this include. But if you guys put include once, even if you guys, like say, put it 7 or 14 times, PHP is going to render only once. And same goes with the requires going to shut down anything underneath, but it's very strict mode. But if you put a require once or multiple times, or more than one times, if put in different folder, whatever, and the require one's gonna only render once. Your see, if you guys look at here, it's gonna render only once. So I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna put a Control S to save. And if you guys look at here, my files and my header is showing perfectly with no problem. Alright guys, I hope you got the idea of the include once and require once. So if you guys got any question or comment, leave it in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.